welcome back. I have another fun video for you today. But before we get started with that, make sure you hit subscribe down below if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell, that way you get updates for all of my videos. Next, head over to Instagram, give me a follow at RebornLoves92, as well as my Reborn roleplay page, littlefamily.bigdreamers. Alright, now let's get started with today's video. Alright guys, so I am going to give you all of my tips, all of my tricks, everything that I do to help me find the best reborn artist. So at this point, you'll have picked out your kit, you'll have figured out what you're looking for with the look of your kit, as well as figuring out a price point. That's something that's really important because reborns can get really expensive. And you want to make sure that you have a good price point so you're not overspending. And what I mean by overspending is like what's outside of your means. Like I know for me personally, I've always had a budget with my reborns, besides with my newest reborn, just because she is my dream kit. I've been following this kit since she was literally a lump of clay. So for me, it was more so of like, what do I not want to go past, rather than what do I want to stay within. Now you're going to start searching for your artist. Like I said, you're looking for things that are important to you. Realism. You know, is there depth to the skin tone, depth to the details in the skin tone, veining, modeling, things like that. The hair. Do you want a very realistic looking scalp? Do you want painted hair? Do you want rooted hair? Like, what are you looking for in that aspect? So make sure you do your research into your artist. There are a lot of artists out there who are time wasters and scammers, who will take your money and run, who, you know, won't be great communication wise and could be extremely frustrating for you to deal with throughout the whole process. There are even artists that may never send you your reborn. Not only will they take your money, but they'll never send you a reborn, or they'll take forever to send you a reborn. These are all things that are important to look into when you're looking for your artist. A lot of times it is a lack of communication, so that's why I always stress, like, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to reach out if you're concerned or you have worries or you have questions. Don't hesitate to ask. It's just a lack of communication. That's really all it is. Not necessarily that the person's a time waster or a scammer. It's easy to reach out. If you're worried, you can look into reviews. I always stress staying on like Etsy, eBay, Facebook, or Instagram for your reborn. If you do look online, there's a lot of websites that seem like really promising, but then when you read reviews, you're actually getting a knockoff illegal copy of the kit that you actually want. So I'd say avoid those altogether, just because you don't want to get scammed out of your doll. You're spending so much money on this and something that you're so excited about, to end up getting something that's not what you were expecting is really disappointing. So make sure you do your research, and I would say stick to those websites: Facebook, Etsy, eBay, and Instagram. I think personally that's your best bet. That's where I have always stayed when I've searched for my reborn. If you're worried about time wasters and scammers, first let me touch on what a time waster is. A time waster is literally what it sounds like: someone that wastes your time. Whether, you know, they take your money and they take forever to get you your reborn, anything like that, or on the selling end, someone that says that they are going to buy something but then they take forever to buy it or never buy it. And then a scammer is somebody that literally takes your money and runs with it and steals from you. Whether that be that they take your money and never send you a reborn, or they take your money, paint a reborn, and then never deliver it. Things like that. That's what a scammer is. Facebook is really good to find out who the scammers are. If you check out, you know, their Facebook groups, there's Facebook reborn scammer groups and time waster group. You can search the name of the artist that you're interested in, and through there you'll be able to find out if that person is actually a time waster or not. Now, if you're looking for your artist on Instagram, I would go to the artist's page. That's what I did with my artist. I went to her page and I looked through the pictures that she had on there, and through those pictures I followed to the collector, the person that purchased the reborn. I went to their page, looked at the pictures they received, for example, made sure that the picture that the artist posted matched what the person received. Was it the same artwork? Did it look the same? Was anything different that they might have edited the picture that you wouldn't have been able to tell with the artist's picture? Next, I also looked to see how the person that purchased the reborn, how they felt about the reborn. I believe I even actually reached out to one of the girls that purchased from my artist and asked her how was her experience with the artist, how the communication was with the artist, everything like that. And through that, plus looking at Etsy and looking at her reviews on Etsy, I decided that she was the best best artist for me. That's something that I would recommend if you do go through Instagram. That's going to be your best bet to finding good reviews if your artist doesn't have an Etsy or anything that you can look up reviews on. I'm going to touch a little bit on a make to sell reborn. That's basically literally what it sounds like. It's an artist that produces a reborn for the purpose of just to sell it. They're not taking orders or customs, anything like that. Strictly just reborns that they're making to sell. When you're looking for that, again, I would stick to Etsy, eBay, Facebook, and Instagram. I have seen them posted on Mercari, but they're usually used, not artists have made them fresh. They're usually used reborn. If you're looking for a made to sell reborn like that, avoid Google searching anything. For example, I found this one website. I'm not going to share the name of the website, but I'm going to share the post that I saw. Here you see they have a twin A for sale, completed for $79.99. Twin A is by Bonnie Brown, the same artist that created my reborn, the same sculptor. Her kits, just for the kit, which is the head, the limbs, and the body, start at $79.89. For example, what this twin A kit starts for. So here on this website, it shows that she's listed for $79.99, fully completed, with a box opening. Right there should be a red flag for you. No kit will actually be cost just what the kit is worth. The kit alone, like I said, is $79.99, and then the artist charges for supplies that are used, time, and for the extras that are included in it. That's not accurate. So that alone tells me that that is not going to be the reborn that's in the picture. Also, a lot of times with websites like this, they take pictures from other artists and use them as their own, and then they reproduce an illegal copy of the reborn. So actually, when I went down through the page and looked at the reviews, the doll that the person actually received is an illegal copy. In the description, it says that what you're getting is a vinyl silicone reborn. Like, no. Bonnie Brown's kits, I don't believe single one of them have ever been reproduced in silicone. So if it says anything with silicone outside of vinyl, it's a fake. It's a copy. Don't do it. And the pictures that people who have purchased this reborn are not what's pictured whatsoever, and it's really poor quality and very poorly made. I would not trust any website that you get through Google search, except for if you went through like a Paradise Galleries or Ashton Drake. If you look up the definition of what a reborn is, it is something that is made by an artist, and it's a manufactured kit made by a reborn artist and brought to life by a reborn artist. Technically, they're not considered what actual reborns are. But I've had Paradise Gallery dolls. I think there is nothing wrong with having a Paradise Gallery reborn. So if that's what you prefer and it fits your budget, then that's okay. You're still welcome in the reborn community. It doesn't matter where it comes from. As long as it's not an illegal copy, that's when it matters, because it's taking money from those artists and those sculptors who work so hard and putting it into a scammer's pocket. Make sure you get from a reputable site. Make sure you get from a reputable artist. Like where I've mentioned so far, and the two websites, Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake. I would trust those websites. So to avoid any issues, I would recommend staying on Facebook, Etsy, eBay, or Instagram. If you're searching for a used reborn, eBay would be your best bet. If you got a used reborn, I would say you could spend around $150 to $250 on a used reborn, and it would be decent quality. It would be used, so it would be very well loved, but you would get an okay quality reborn out of it. If you wanted a higher quality reborn like my reborn, or just any that you've seen, really, the higher quality reborn, you're going to be looking around $300 to $400 base, and it will go up from there depending on what you're looking for. So keep that in mind when you're figuring out your budget of what you're actually looking for when it comes to the reborn. Now, back to finding an artist for a custom reborn. Once you've found an artist that you think could work for you, make sure you reach out and ask your questions, get pricing, get quotes for everything. If you're looking for a reborn within a specific budget, you need to make sure it fits in that budget, because you never want to spend outside of your means. For me, I've always gone looking for an artist that fit the specific budget I was looking for, except for my most recent, because she is my dream sculpt. And I'll tell you, with my artist now, I can't tell you how many times I messaged her when I wasn't sure on what kit I wanted, how many times I messaged her for pricing. Quite honestly, you could probably look at that as a time-wasting situation, because I never intended on purchasing. I was just acquiring prices. I do like to have all my eggs in a basket before I make a decision. So for me, it was me trying to decide what worked best for me. But from her point of view and her perspective, it could have looked like I was time wasting, but she never got annoyed with me about it. She, never got impatient with me or told me she wouldn't give me a price. She always gave me a price and was always very, very nice when she gave me that price. One of the things I will always rave about with her is how good her customer service is. Even down to how annoying I am, because I can be annoying. So when you reach out to message that artist, what I like to do is I always like to compliment their work because they spend hours upon hours perfecting this craft and they produce some amazing work. You always want to compliment their work. That's how I feel. And then when you reach out, just ask them nicely, hey, I was wondering if I could get some pricing. I'm looking for a custom twin A kit with lightly rooted hair and just wondering how much this would be. Very simple, straight to the point of what you're looking for. And then when they give you that price and if it works for you, that's when you dive into the hair color, the skin tone, everything like that for it. So just for starters, you reach out, let them know that you want hair because the rooted hair is actually an additional cost to just painting a kit. And then you go from there. And if it's in your price range, then you pay them. Now when it comes to pay, I would say only use PayPal. If you have somebody ask you to send over Venmo or Cash App, I personally wouldn't trust it because you're not protected as the buyer. Through PayPal, you're protected as the buyer and the seller is protected as the seller. So if anything were to go wrong, PayPal has these policies in place to protect both of you. Personally, that's what I would do just to make sure you're safe. If somebody offers you a different option to pay, I wouldn't do it. I would stick with PayPal. And then from there, once you pay for the artist, don't be afraid to reach out if you need to. Ask questions. Just know it's going to take time because just like it took you time to find your artist, it takes time to create your reborn. They are literally works of art. So there's a lot of time and effort going into them. If you followed the steps that I've given you, I'm sure you found an excellent artist who is very good with communication, who will let you know and keep you in the loop with everything that they do. So if you guys have any more questions for me, comment down below. Let me know if there's anything that I missed, anything that you have concerns with. Let me know and I will be happy to make another video to answer all those concerns for you. Now, there's no set rules of how to find your reborn artist. These are just the things that I've learned over the years of being in the reborn community and learning about reborns. That when I first joined, I wish somebody had told me these things because I probably wouldn't have gone with the reborns that I went with. Not saying that it was wrong. I just had very low quality reborns that if instead of getting the 2 low quality ones, I could have saved that money and gotten a higher quality one that I probably would have kept longer. But the reborns are still loved. They're still valuable. My niece has my one reborn now. She absolutely loves her. So that being said, like reborns, regardless of the quality, are still valuable and still important. It doesn't matter and it doesn't make you any less of a reborn collector if you can only afford a lower priced reborn rather than the higher priced reborn and spend $700-800 on one. No one's gonna judge you if you go with a Paradise Galleries doll. No one's gonna judge you if you get a $100 reborn off of eBay. The reborn community is about acceptance and coming together, and that's what I've found. Alright guys, I hope you liked today's video. I hope you took something from it and it'll help you in your search for your artist and bringing your own reborn home. Again, let me know down below if you guys have any questions for me. If there's anything that I missed, I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you guys. And if you want to see another video where I answer those questions, let me know down below as well. I can create a whole nother video for you guys. So if you guys like this video, make sure you hit subscribe, ring that bell so you get updates for all my latest videos. I have a really fun video coming out on Friday. I'm really excited for it. So again, make sure you hit that bell so you can see that video. Next, head over to Instagram, give me a follow at RebornLoves92. I post pictures of my reborn on there as well as post updates for all my videos as they come out. So make sure you follow me there. That way if you're not on YouTube all that much, you'll see notification from my videos there. I also have a reborn roleplay page. That's littlefamily.bigdreamers. I'll have a lot more pictures of her there for you guys if you like looking at her sweet face all the time. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you next time, guys. Bye!